Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm waiting for all two of you to all come in, and then we'll get this thing started. I'm just gonna stand here and I'm gonna be motionless.
Where's our paper?
I got it.
Okay.
All right, so welcome to my favorite show. I'm gonna hold this up right this time. 5 minutes, you won't get back. The show that I don't know.
You'll never get this time back.
That's right. Zero. Nada. So, anyways, but just remember, the 5 minutes doesn't start until we say it starts. So, anyway, hey Beth, a real quick comment about last week's, real quick, and you don't even know this. If you weren't here last week and didn't watch, well, see, you need to keep watching and stay in tune. So we were talking about cartoons that we hated, and one of mine was the Roadrunner cartoon. Well, guess what? Guess what?
They're bringing it back. They're doing a remake.
They're doing a movie.
They're doing a movie?
About the Wile E. Coyote.
Is it like a live action?
Hi, Sheila.
Movie? Hi, Sheila.
Anyway, so yeah, it's going to be a new, it's in the beginnings of production. So after I complained about the Wile E. Coyote cartoon, they heard me, and they're bringing it back in a movie form. Possibly. So, that's what I was going to share real quick, because, let me knock the phone over. So, anyway, I'm going to start this 5-minute thing, but I got to break into this phone. There we go. So, anyways, let's move on to what we want to talk about today and let the countdown begin. All right. So, I want to let her kind of talk about it initially. Go ahead.
Oh, so, okay, we went to a concert last weekend, which was great, but I realized that I get really highly aggravated when people sit, particularly up front, and they go to a concert and they sit. I personally cannot, listen to live music and stay seated. It bothers me. I don't know. I really struggle with that because I feel like people are up there. They are putting on a show. They're what? HR Puffin stuff. Sheila was last week?
Sheila's commenting on last week's show that she hated H&R Puffin stuff. I totally agree. And if you understood that show, you were smoking weed. Once again, watch last week's show. We can talk about that later. Anyway, so yes, concerts.
I guess we'll have to talk more about... We'll have to have another 5 minutes.
We'll have an addendum. Anyway.
Thank you.
So anyways, concerts.
And happy early to you.
So concerts.
Yeah, so concerts. Okay. Yeah, I don't think people, especially if you're going to sit up front, if you're going to be up front, don't just sit there, because then these artists are sitting there and they're doing their best to put on a great show for you, and you're just sitting there you don't even care. And
the thing is, it's you paid how much for these tickets? And I know it's probably the opening band and you don't care, but in this case, we cared. So,
the opening band was my favorite.
Literally, it was me, Heather, and one other dude. And the rest of the place was sitting down. And that's where you make that decision. Am I going to stand up and be that guy, be the only one up there bobbing your head? And yeah, we were that guy. I even did the phone thing. I hate when people have their pull their phones out at concerts. I was that guy. I was standing up blocking the guy behind me, and I had my phone out.
Well, technically, I think you weren't ready to just stand immediately, but you were kind and gentlemanly enough, because I was popped right up, and I was
and you were grooving.
I am not sitting. I don't care what song they start with. I'm standing.
That's right.
And I was into it, because they started with
And see, once again, I don't want people go to things and not get excited. Now, the flip side, and I'm going to talk about my thing, and this is probably, some of you that know me, this is, not surprising, but the flip side of it is people go crazy at sporting events, and I find watching sporting events the most boringest, is that a word, boringest? The boringest thing on the planet. I like playing sports. Watching it? No, I'd rather watch paint dry. I don't understand how football is exciting. See, the problem is with these sporting games is you have to break for commercials because half the game is a timeout. Literally, half the game is a timeout. What I think they should do is for people like me, they should have the fourth quarter, the second half, whatever, no timeouts allowed. It's do or die. Whistle can't be blown for anything. Just get it done. And as a teenager, when I went to... I went to baseball. I had a lot of friends that were baseball fanatics, and I hated baseball. And, of course, when I went, it was always going to be extra innings. Always. This is the longest baseball game ever. It went 18 innings. just want to go home. Let's do or die. No breaks, no switching pitchers. If you collapse, you're still on the field. We'll just walk over you. I'm okay with that. And also, why in the world do some sporting events, they can be really loud and obnoxious, and other ones they got to be like bowling, golf, tennis.
When are you? I've never played bowling.
So baseball is one I don't get because of any sport where you want a little bit of quiet because the guy's batting and he's focused. But no, it was just like behind him, home plate. That's my home plate person. Anyway, but yeah, I don't get it. That's a game where everybody should shut up too, because baseball, people are focusing. So if in golf you gotta be quiet, in tennis you gotta be quiet, baseball you should have to be quiet too, except when you're between innings. Then you can clap. I didn't want to get into basketball, but anyway, I hate sports. No, I don't hate sports. I hate watching sports. It bores me. So, yeah. I don't like it. Do you like watching sports?
Not really.
See? There's an occasion where I like to watch a sport. I like the Olympics. Strangely, I like watching people ski. You know why? Because it's fast. They just go down the hill, and they're done. I have an attention span of a goldfish. So, yeah. Anyway.
I do watch sports when my kid's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 times.
Well, I watched sports with my kid didn't play.
She did. She cheered.
She cheered, so I watched that. I came for the halftime cheerleading event, and then I left.
And snuck out the back.
That's right. I'm going. I don't care if this team wins or not. I got 0 school spirit. I got -5 school spirit. So anyway, yeah, that's what we got. That's all. That's it. I'm done. Our 5 minutes is over.
Of this?
There was no point other than complain about the fact that I don't understand people that play sports, and I don't understand people that are quiet at sporting events. I don't understand that. I don't understand people that go to concerts and just sit in the front row and just look at you, and or pull up a phone. If you pay.
Which do you think it would be worse? Do you think it would be worse to have nobody in the front because all the people, they just want to sit there, not interested, so they go away, or to have people there and just being very disinterested?
I don't know. I don't want either of them.
I don't know.
Oh, speaking of which, I know we've run out of time, but one of the other funny things about going to concerts is, especially when you're dealing with people that are going to a show like a hard music show and they don't know what they're doing. This is a real quick story. When I was younger, we were at this concert. And it was a Christian concert. There were a lot of church kids that didn't know what they're doing. Anyway, it was a rock band. And anyway, I was kind of standing by myself. Now I'm a small guy, right? And this really big guy comes up to me, and there's nobody else around. And he's like, "Dude, lift me up. I want to crowd surf." And I looked at him, and I'm like, I can't. And he got all mad at me. And he walked away. Needless to say, later on, I saw him lifted by about 5 people, and they passed him on, and there was nobody to get him. And, of course, he hit the dirt face first. It was kind of funny. So, that's my story. But, yeah. I think later on, also, I got kicked in the face by him when he got picked up a 3rd time, so he might have gotten revenge on me. That's my quick concert story. I have others. We can share those later. Anyway, so, that's it. We're out of time. So, anyway, if you like it, if you like our show, comment at the bottom. If you have anything you want us to talk about, leave it in the comment section below. If you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, there isn't a dislike button, but there is a mad button, so you can do that. If you don't like me, complain about me. That's fine. You can complain about me all you want. If you want to leave nasty remarks, go ahead, because I like those and we can talk about them. So anyway, that's all we got. And just remember that it's not a good day unless we've stolen 5 minutes of your time or more. And we'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.